Welcome to Summit Tackle, and let me introduce you to the Summit Tackle pod bag. Now when you buy either a Hardened Cobalt pod or a Colosseum stainless pod, you'll be getting a standard one of these pod bags. I'm just going to talk you through the pod bag, what's inside it, how everything fits in there. It's a nice green carpy colour, and the material's really hard wearing material that will put up with everything you throw at it. If it gets muddy or dirty, you just wipe it clean and it cleans up really nice, and it'll last you forever. We've got a nice Summit logo on there, down the bottom there. We've got some heavy duty zips, they zip both ways as well. So it's not a case of you just got one zip and if that just happens to break, which it won't, then you're gonna be in trouble because you can't zip it up again. If one breaks, then you've got the other one to work fine for you. So that's a nice little addition on there, is to have the two zips on every part of it. We've got a front pocket. Now, we spoke to our consultants, feedback from customers about what they would like to see in the pod bag. The guys out there using it day in, day out, and they said they want a front pocket so they could put all their bits and pieces in, like their spare bank sticks, like the short bank sticks that you can get as well, or maybe a set of scales, or even their easy tight key, which comes as standard when you buy the three buzz bar pods, either in the Cobalt or the Colosseum stainless. So we put a nice feature, we put a nice big front pocket on there. It zips open like so, and personally I keep my bits and pieces, like a couple of spare buzzer heads and my thread protectors. And something really important is I keep my little cleaning kit. Now, I did a video on the cleaning kit that you go and have a look at. It's well worth having a look at all the way through, and it'll show you how to maintain all your hardware, all your Summit hardware, whether it be the Cobalt Hardened Black or whether it be the Colosseum stainless. It will show you exactly what to do to keep it clean. After every session, what I do is I get my little cleaning kit out, give it a rub down, and it's like brand new again, ready for the next session. So make sure you check out that video. I'm going to put a link in the description of the YouTube video below, so then you can just go and click on it. And also I might just put the link in up now, up in one of the corners, so you can just press that and go straight to it anyway. So well worth checking out. Go and have a look about how to maintain your Cobalt and your Colosseum stainless. So that's the front pocket. You can put whatever you want in there really. Now let me go onto the handle there. That's a hardened plastic with a stiff section inside that will always keep it with that curving, which grips your hand on the handle. It's also stitched, double stitched and press studded, so it's never going to come off, because it can be quite heavy, your pod sometimes, can't it, with your bits and pieces in there and everything. Last thing you want to do, you're putting it onto your barra, or you're taking it off or putting it on your bed chair, and it snaps after half a dozen uses. So we've really thought about little bits and pieces, like with the material being really toughened, and with the handle as well, that you're going to get a lifetime's use out of it. Let's open up the main compartments and show you what's inside. Let me take you to the first compartment, which holds your pod base. That's stiffened walls, so it can't move about, it can't damage itself. If you drop it or you put it down, it's not going to damage itself. And we've got two Velcro straps there. Now the Velcro straps, they will keep your base pod in its position, so when you're moving it about, it's going to get moved about quite a bit, it's not going to damage it, it's not going to fall out like some of the pod bags I've seen. Is when you're moving it along, it opens suddenly and then boom, your base station gets all buckled or bent up or whatever. It won't happen with this pod bag, because we've got these little holders in there, and you'll notice we've also got a couple more there, and these are for the extension that you will be able to get. You might be able to get it now when this video's come out. It's an extension to make your base even longer, even wider. Now, a lot of the European guys, they like to have a long pod for different situations, to get maximum elevation, or to get it down into the water. So that would be something which you can purchase as well, which would be your extension for your base, your middle stainless or cobalt, you know, piece of equipment that you can put in there to make the pod longer. So we put those in there as a second thought. You know, we've really thought about the layout of it for things that are coming afterwards as well. So there you go. There's a couple of little Velcro straps there as well, which are just for that purpose. Now the middle bit, it's a little bit stiff. It's a little bit stiffened. So but it's soft as well. It's like a soft foam in there, soft foam. So it cushions your base pod, your base layer of your pod, and it just hugs in there like that to keep it all nice and protective. Now it doubles up also to hold your 3 rod buzz bars. Now also again you'll see we've got a couple of fasteners there, you know, that so it doesn't move about in transit. Because sometimes you open it up and it's all over the place. With these you won't. You've got 2, not just 1. You've got 2 on each of the 3 rod buzz bars, which will hold it in place. You know, stop it getting damaged. To really look after your quality, you know, your quality summit items of hardware. You know, you pay a lot of money for quality, and you want to keep it quality. So that's what those are there for as well. So that keeps that all nice. Now let's look at the final, the top part, which is the top end of the pod bag. You'll see on the left hand side here you've got 4 uprights. These are uprights for your pod, which you screw on. Elasticated tubes. There's a short pod upright. Now you have 2, as standard, you have 2 short ones and 2 long ones, and depending on your configuration of how you're fishing, whether you want to fish it up high, then you have the 2 short ones at the back and the 2 long ones at the front. You know, sort of makes sense, doesn't it? And then if you want to fish your rods down, then you have the 2 long ones at the back and the 2 short ones at the front. You will also be able to buy additional short or long ones, depending on you can go even further how you want it to you know, to be up or down or level or however you know how you want it to be. That's the beauty of this pod system. You can add to it, take it away, and it sort of doubles up as other little bits, like the 3 rod buzz bars. You can have them on the pod, but you can also have them separately. So if you're going for a day session, you don't want to take your pod, then you can just take your buzz bars and your bank sticks, which I'll show in a minute, which are the standard legs. You know, they double up as bank sticks as well. So we've also taken the time to test out different fabrics, and this is the elasticated fabric. We've got it just right where they will fit in. You know, not too tight, not too loose, they rattle around, or not too tight so you can't even get them in, but they're absolutely perfect. Just stick them in like that, push them down, and it holds it absolutely snugly, you know. It holds it real snug. So there you go, there's your uprights, 2 short and 2 long. They come as standard as well. And you'll see a little pouch there with a little flap on it as well with a Velcro. And again, you've got your 4 elasticated sort of tubes where you stick in your standard pod legs. Again, they come out of these, they go in with these, and they're held snugly. So there's one of your normal standard pod legs, and that just fits in absolutely beautiful. As you can see, into that elasticated material, just push it in like that. You know, no effort, and it holds it really snugly. And to give it extra protection, it flaps over like that. Just to keep it all nice and neat. Now this is, you know, again in line with the Carpy green material. This is all waterproof, so even if you get a bit of water in there where you're packing up in the rain and that, it's not going to it's not going to degrade any of the bags. It's all waterproof. So that's your Summit Tackle pod bag.